Everyone, today we are going to discuss about abruptio placenta. Definition: it is one form of antepartum hemorrhage where the bleeding occurs due to the premature separation of normally situated placenta. Bleeding occurs due to the premature separation of normally situated placenta. So, there is a separation. Due to that, hemorrhage will occur. Incidence, the overall incidence is about 1 in 100 deliveries. Very less we can see. There are varieties: revealed, concealed, mixed. Let's see revealed. Following separation of the placenta, the blood insinuates downwards between the membranes and the deciduum. Ultimately, the blood comes out of the cervical canal. The middle picture you can see the blood which is coming out of the cervical canal. This is the most common type, revealed. Next is the concealed. In concealed, the blood collects behind the separated placenta or collected in between the membranes and decidua. The collected blood is prevented from coming out of the cervix. Here, the blood which will be inside only, and it may not come outside the cervical canal. So, that is concealed. So, the collected blood is prevented from coming out of the cervix by the presenting part or which presses on the lower segment. Next is the mixed. The both revealed and concealed. In this what happens? Some sort of blood collects inside and a part is expelled out. So, both mixed, revealed and concealed. Revealed is coming out, concealed is inside. So, both we can see in this type. Etiological factors. First is the general factors like high birth order pregnancies with like gravid more than 5 pregnancies and advancing age of the mother, poor socio-economical condition and low nutritional status, smoking. So, this all comes under general factors. Hypertension in pregnancy. It is the most important preeclampsia. Gestational hypertension and essential hypertensions are associated with 10 to 50%. Trauma, that means accident, road traffic accident, blunt trauma or blow on the abdomen, and also needle puncture during the amniocentesis. So, due to this bleeding can occur. Sudden uterine decompression, that means this decompression of the uterus leads to diminished surface area of the uterus adjacent to the placental attachment. Then finally it results in the shearing of the placenta, then bleeding. In some clinical situation it may occur sudden uterine decompression like following delivery of the baby twins, sudden escape of liquor amni in polyhydramnios, premature rupture of membranes, and shortcuts, either relative or absolute, can bring about placental separation during labor by mechanical pulling. Supine hypotension syndrome. So, there is a passive engorgement of the uterine and placental vessels which results in extravision of the blood. So, there might be a chances of bleeding. Placental anomalies like circumvallate placenta, sick placenta. So, poor placentation as evidenced by abnormal uterine artery. Folic acid deficiencies, like without evidence of overt megaloblastic erythropoiesis. And uterine factors are placenta implanted over a septum or in septate uterus. Torsion of the uterus, it leads to increased venous pressure and also even rupture of the veins, so that the bleeding will occur. Separation of placenta, then bleeding will occur. And cocaine abuse. So, in these cases, it's like it is associated with increased risk of transient hypertension, vasospasm, and finally placental abruption. Thrombophilias, also inherited or acquired. due to that also it will occur. And prior abruption, that means if they had any previous bleeding, abruption, so there might be a chances. Pathogenesis. So depending upon the etiological factors, premature placental separation is initiated by hemorrhage into the decidua basale, and the collected blood, which is a decidual hematoma, at the early phase hardly produces morbid pathological changes in the uterine wall. And so, however, depending upon the severity, that might be acute abruption or chronic abruption, changes in the spiral arteries, which leads to degeneration, infection, necrosis of decidua basalis. Then finally, rupture of basal plate. So, it forms a hematoma. So after forming of hematoma, there is a massive intravasation of the blood into uterine musculature. So that is covelar uterus. So this condition can only be diagnosed by laparotomy. So this is the pathogenesis. And there is a clinical classification for this abruptio placenta. Grade 0, grade 1 and grade 2, grade 3, grade 0. So in grade 0, clinical features may be absent. The diagnosis is made after the inspection of placenta following the delivery. So after following the delivery, we will come to know there was a abruptio placenta. And grade 1, so it's a 40% of chances. Vaginal bleeding is slightly seen, uterus will be irritable, tenderness can be seen. That might be, tenderness might be minimal or absent. Maternal BP and fibrinogen levels are unaffected and fetal heart rate sound is good in grade 1. In grade 2, 45% vaginal bleeding mild to moderate, whereas in grade 1 there is a slight, and uterine tenderness is always present in grade 2, whereas in 1 there was no uterine tenderness. And maternal pulse, increased BP is maintained, fibrinogen level may be decreased, shock is absent, fetal distress or even fetal death also can occur in grade 2. Finally, grade 3, there is a 15% chances. Bleeding is moderate to severe or may be concealed, uterine tenderness is marked, shock is pronounced, fetal death is the rule, associated with coagulation defect or anuria may complicate. So these are the grades or clinical classification. Signs and symptoms. Vaginal bleeding can be seen definitely, and uterine tenderness will be present, back pain, fetal distress, hypertonus, where muscle will be hyperactive, and fetal demise can occur. There are 15% chances. Diagnosis can be made through ultrasonography, magnetic resonance image. Management, if slightly at home, in hospital, and emergency measures. Like assessment of the case is to be done, like amount of blood loss in hospital, maturity of the fetus, whether the patient is in labor or not, presence of any complication, that should be found out. Emergency measures like blood should be sent for the hemoglobin and hematocrit estimation, coagulation profiles should be seen, and Ringer solution should be started. So there are some management options like immediate delivery, management of complications and expected management. Let's see the whole management. So there is a schematic diagram here. As I said that infusion, blood transfusion, periodic coagulation profile, urine output and fetal monitoring should be done. And general and abdominal examination, So what is the fetal status and which grade of abruption? As I said that there is a 0, 1, 2, 3. So which grade it is? Hemoglobin, hematocrotin, coagulation profile and ABO and RH group incompatibility should be seen. Then what can be done in revealed, what can be done in concealed? Revealed. Patient in when the patient is in labor. So most patients are in labor following a term pregnancy. The labor is accelerated by low rupture of membranes, like artificial rupture of membrane with or without oxytocin. Oxytocin drip should be started or may be started when it is needed. And vaginal delivery is favored in cases, which cases, like if there is a limited placental abruption and fetal heart rate is tracing is reassuring and prospect of vaginal delivery is soon, placental abruption with a dead fetus, in those cases we can go for the vaginal delivery. And the patient not in the labor. So here also let's see the bleeding is continuing or not. So in case of grade 1 abruption, induction of labor or cesarean section, same artificial rupture of membrane with or without oxytocin and vaginal delivery. So this induction of labor should be done by artificial rupture of membrane. Oxytocin may be added to expedite delivery. Labor usually starts soon in majority of cases, completed quickly like 4 to 6 hours. Caesarean section. When to go for caesarean section in revealed? Indications like severe abruption with live fetus, amniotomy could not be done when there is an unfavorable cervix, and amniotomy has got failed to arrest the process of abruption. So, and also appearance of adverse features like fetal distress, falling fibrinogen level, oliguria. In those cases, we can go for C-section. So this is about the revealed. Next is a concealed. In concealed, artificial rupture of membranes with or without oxytocin and vaginal delivery. And if it is not possible, then as I said that we can go for caesarean section when the amniotomy could not be done, when there is an unfavorable cervix or it is failed to arrest the process of abruption, then we can go for C-section. So this is the expectant management of abruptio placenta. Let's see complications, maternal complications and fetal complications like hemorrhage, shock, blood coagulation disorder, oliguria, anuria, PPH, postpartum hemorrhage, puerperal sepsis, fetal complications like prematurity, anoxia. Prevention. Prevention mainly aims elimination of the known factors like to reduce the placental separation, early detection and effective therapy, like should be treated with who is if the pregnant woman is suffering with preeclampsia or any other hypertensive disorders, and needle puncture during amniocentesis should be under ultrasound guidance, then there will not be any kind of trauma. Avoidance of trauma, pregnant women should be very careful, especially if there is a forceful external cephalic version under anesthesia. And to avoid sudden, like avoid supine hypotension, the patient is advised to lie in the left lateral position in the latter months of pregnancy. So if to the woman should avoid supine hypotension by sleeping in a left lateral position, and routine administration of folic acid from starting. When the pregnancy is confirmed, the folic acid should be given to a pregnant woman. Nursing management: monitor maternal and fetal vital signs, treat short symptoms, observe signs and symptoms of coagulation problems, measure the abdominal girth for the growth of the baby to check whether prematurity is present, and stay with the woman until she feels comfortable, and monitor labor patterns continuously if allowed, prepare for the C-section. So this is about the abruptio placenta. Hope you have understood. If you have doubt, please message. Thank you.